Now, what's the realest song you ever wrote so far in your whole catalog of music?
It gotta be the 1145 record that I did for my mother, you know. Man, you know, that song right there, it took me about, I ain't gonna lie, I was so caught up in my feelings. It took me about a good month to get it down. So I was like, hey, this record, I think people need to hear, and it's a real story. And I wanted no profanity in it, you know, and I was able to accomplish that goal. So that's the realest song that I ever made because, you know, one thing about it, ain't nothing worse than losing your mother, you know, and it's a lot of people that lost a lot of mothers. You know, say with my partner, Lil Boot, you know, he lost his mother. He another artist that I networked with, and, you know, he lost his mother before I did. And when I lost, you know, he was, you know, telling me about the pain and all that. But, you know, me, I'm thinking like I'm this big tough guy, you know, I could get through anything. I'm a man, you know, and all that. But, you know, I witnessed my mother death in person, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, hey, I'm talking about I cried a river, you know, so and you know, at the same time as me witnessing my mother death, man, you know, I also saw the fear of God right there, and it's no joke. Ain't nothing like it.
Now, how did she pass away, if you don't mind me asking?
Kidney failure. You know, she passed away of kidney failure. You know, she was on dialysis where she go like 3 times a week, you know, get stuck in the arm, you know. I guess it take all the fluids out, clean all the blood and all. And, you know, when you're doing that, you got to eat right. You just got to do everything right, man. And, you know, I got that call. Like, hey, I was way in Boston, Massachusetts at the time. And I got a call saying, hey, you need to get to the hospital, you know. They need you here. I'm like, what's going on? And they were like, hey, your mother's in a serious condition. And I'm like, where's she at? She's way in Brownsville, Texas. So think about it. I'm way at the top of the East Coast. I got to get down to the bottom of the south of the map. And I did it, you know. I left out Monday, then I got down there like Saturday morning. And, you know, I was walking through ICU and, you know, I heard her, you know, she like, where's my baby at? And I just popped up in the room, you know, and she just told me, like, hey, I just want to see you one last time. And she like, ain't like, it's serious this time, you know. And she showed me her fingers, and her fingers were like black, you know, black and soft, like they were deteriorating, man. I thought she was just sitting there high on medication. But I had a one-on-one talk with the doctor, you know, and he like, ain't nothing else he could do because she been on the machine for about 2.5 to 3 weeks. And they're like, she just immune to the machine, and either the machine was gonna do the job or we could like call hospice in and let her go out in peace, you know. And I took it hard right there. I went outside, man, and I talked to my auntie and my uncle, man, and they're like, hey, man, you know, hey, when hospice get involved, that's a serious thing. And like 8:02, you know, the plugs was unplugged and all that. And, you know, she was sitting there, no, I'm sitting right here, and she up in the bed, you know, she kicking and talking about, you know, she talking real good, talking about, hey, you know, we're talking about life and all that. And, man, about an hour and a half later, you know, it started kicking in, you know, she was shaking, struggling to breathe and all that. And I was just sitting there watching, like, wow. Like, it was a hurtful feeling for, like, from 8 o'clock to 11:45. That's 3 hours and 45 minutes, man. And then you see the machine, you know, the little green thing, you know, going up and down. Then all of a sudden the little up and down arrow gets small, and the line went straight, and it beeped, and, you know, the nurse came there and they said she passed away at 11:45. And at the same time, like, hey, you know, I realized, like, hey, she not suffering and in pain no more. She going out to a better place. So, you know, ain't no worse of feeling than losing your mother. That's why I tell you asked me about the kids, man, you know, obey your parents, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they brought you in, man, and once they gone, you'll never ever have another mother. Never.
Now, why'd you choose to watch it?
Man.
Did you have an option not to see it? Do people recommend people not to see it, or how does that work?
And you know what? I want to spend every minute, second, hour with my mother, you know. So I said, I'm going to sit here and watch it, you know. And I sat down. I was with her throughout the whole process. So, you know, that's your mother, you know. And, man, when somebody say your mother don't have long to make it, you're going to want to spend every moment and cherish that moment right there, because ain't nothing like losing her. So that's like with any loved one, you know, you want to spend every moment with them till it's all over with, you know, because they ain't never coming back.